Hey guys, Tamale King back again with more videos for you guys. I'm sorry. It's been a long time, it's been a moment, but now that I'm back again after these holidays, I have gotten the greatest idea for people who have just started to play the game. I'm going to be making videos I'm going to be calling Montage Mondays. And what these Montage Mondays are going to be of me posting a video, a short video, not a very long video. There are going to be short videos of me playing a certain hero and explaining them. So what I'm going to be doing in these videos is explaining them through the academy, showing them their abilities, talking about these abilities, how they work. I might even put some video in the background for you guys to see how these videos work, or not videos, these abilities work and how the move set is, how speedy they are, and their perks and how they work and all that good stuff. So aside from that, I'm also going to be putting like a maybe 1 to 2 minute montage of that hero in the end, of like little play of the games, you could say, showcasing how the hero is supposed to work and how good they are for certain situations and what they are good for. Anyways, this video, you're going to see I'm going to be playing some Blackfeather Crystal Power, because I've been seeing Blackfeather CP everywhere, and every time I've been against a Blackfeather it's gone Crystal Power, I have lost. The damage is so good, and the sustain is very annoying. And as you see, Ant's going to be playing the Arden for me. Kashi's going to be playing the Weapon Power Idris. I think this is Kashi's first time playing Idris, so we'll see how it works out for him. It's also my first time seriously playing CP Blackfeather, like in a serious mindset. So the build, what I think should be good for Blackfeather is Eve of Harvest, Broken Myth, and maybe a Shattered Glass. I feel this because if you can land those on points, you don't really need cooldown like from an Aftershock or for the Clockwork. You just need damage to be able to like do a lot. Now I will be explaining Blackfeather in my Montage Mondays, that's why I'm not explaining all his abilities now. As you see, we kind of do quite a bit of damage to Lance, but he was already hurt. He's chunking me for a lot of health, and it's in a bit of trouble. So I decided to leave. I'm like, well, you know what? I feel very bored with the fact that this game has now become pretty much a casual BR. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be changing it up, going to their farm, taking their backs, because the minion mine, or minion miner, has not spawned yet. As you see, Ant gets taken down. It's a little bit of a bad spot for me. I decided to wait, see if the Idris gets aggressive on me, and since he does it, I'm just going to go back to my farm as fast as I can, take my backs, and I am basically ahead in farm a good bit. Not a lot, but every little bit counts, you know? So I've been having this idea lately, looking at all my previous games through like my videos. Maybe what's best is to start off early game trying to take their fronts, maybe their mids, or maybe wait for a gank. Because since there is no sustain in the jungle shop, you can't really go by it. Whoever gets the most damage first is most likely going to be winning the fights. But that's for aggressive heroes like Kashka, maybe like a Cruel. People keep saying Cruel's not an early game hero. I strongly disagree. I will explain why in a moment. I believe Cruel can be very early game if you get a Crystal Bit on him as one of your first items. Maybe a Oak-Heart and a Crystal Bit, because that B, once you use it early game and if they don't have any shield, it's gonna murder shit out of them. I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you guys ever got touched by CP Cruel and his B was applied to you, you're gone. You're not coming back from that. Even with weapon, it hurts. So as you see right now, we decide not to go for his farm with too low health. Ant dies. He's like, oh well. I'm just going to continue farming because I feel like that's the best option to do at the moment. We are technically ahead in farm, so I feel pretty confident for now. I really love Blackfeather's lines as well. I think my favorite ones are maybe Barons, Dwens, and Blackfeathers. I don't know why. Blackfeather kind of reminds me of like an Antonio Banderas kind of personality, with like a very thirsty individual as well. So here we got our heavy prism. we're gonna get some shield, some boots, and maybe another crystal bit for more damage, and an energy battery. Because we're gonna be working towards an even harvest. And a lot of people get mad at me for getting this even harvest. I would like to explain why. Ant was like, what are you building? This is not how you're supposed to build. I'm like, I want to try something new. He's like, alright, if you don't mind losing, I guess you're going to throw away the video. I'm like, we'll see. Yeah, Kashi dies to the Kestrel. So, why I'm getting Evil Harvest is because my beak gives me a shield, helps me soak up some damage while also healing the damage. Which makes the on point a lot very worth it in terms of damage. So we get aggressive on the Idris, using my B, get my stacks of my perk on him. My A is helping me catch up to him, I hit my B, and that damage is so good on CP Blackfeather. As you don't know, every time you apply a heart to your opponent with an ability or basic attack, it will put a stack on them. And every stack does CP damage, and the more stacks you have on it, the more CP damage you do, and it scales with how much CP damage you already have. Which I think hints at the fact that Blackfeather should be played as a CP hero. So we come back home after taking their backs. That's all I really wanted. I don't want to overstay my welcome. So you see Kashi and Ant are in the lane, still trying to battle it out. I really don't want to make this like a game of the lane, you know? Because every time I've seen like Rumbly's videos or Nox's or Eddie Gamer's videos, by the way, check them out, they're really good YouTubers as well. Just a hint, I've learned from them so much. They're pretty entertaining. But this patch, like I said, very poke heavy, very lane heavy as well. That's why I think Blackfeather is a good best of both worlds, melee and CP. Especially if you do CP, because you don't really have to get attack speed for him. Unless you want to apply more stacks. Because every time you hit an enemy with an A, it gives them a certain amount of hearts. And does a lot of damage. So they try to get aggressive on me. It's a bad idea for them. I already got my stacks on Lance. I'm going to be doing so much, and the interest is really low. But since I'm a little scared, I'm a little hesitant, I decided to run in to see what they're going to do. You see them coming up to lane. I decided to get behind them, hopefully be able to do something for Kashi. I miss my A. Kashi laughs at me so much. Makes fun of me. I kind of make it out. I try to poke with my B as best as I can. With my stacks on the Lance. He's done so much damage to me. And I go down. I almost got my B off to get my shield, but it wasn't enough. Kashi almost goes down if it wasn't for Ant's Vanguard. And so, right now, I'm not really worried. I'm pretty confident in my abilities as a player. And I also trust my teammates. Probably not the best time to say it, but I trust my teammates. As you see, Ant gets 2 kills due to the turret shots, and Kashi goes down. So I want to go to see if they're taking the gold mine, but my brain forgot that they're, pretty much down. So I'm just gonna take their fronts, get their farms. Like I said, every tiny bit helps. Let me explain Blackfeather's A a little bit more. The more you upgrade it, the more heart stacks you instantly apply to an enemy hero, which hence the more damage that you do to them with every ability or basic attack. I think he's very highly underestimated as a hero, and because early game he's such a bitch to take on, I feel like he should be meta, to be honest. I feel like Blackfeather is going to make a comeback, and I feel like it's going to be in this form of CP. So we see they're getting aggressive in lane. I already upgraded my B all the way. I feel very happy. I feel like I can do some damage. I don't get the hit. I'm not doing very well on my pokes, which is why I'm practicing. You see me do at least 1/5 of damage to that Idris with 1 poke. I missed my... Actually, no, I hit my poke. I miss again. I take a shit ton of damage from the chakra. Poke again. Almost kill the Kestrel, but that push does so much work for them. Ant throws his Vanguard to try to save, or not Vanguard, his Gauntlet to try to save me. I poke into the bush. Hopefully I can do something. We see them coming down. Probably not a good idea for me. I use my B, use my A. Idris is on me, but he dies anyways to Kashi. Lance is trying to get away, trying to do his best he can. But he's not going to do so much. He's not going to get away due to my A ability, which also, by the way, leaves a rose trail on an enemy hero you use it on. So what this will do is it will speed you and your teammates up if they touch the rose trail while running. Also, the cool thing, if you overdrive your A, this rose trail, what it will do is it will make you unslowable. So anything that tries to slow you, like let's say Lyra's B, Scarf's Goop, Flicker, which by the way is very funny. If Flicker gets on you, uses A on him, and you're like unslowable, and he becomes an instant like prey to you. Like he tries to prey on you, but he's your prey pretty much at that point. Which is what I love about Blackfeather. He's such a unpredictable hero, to be honest. Like you don't expect him to do damage, but when he starts hitting you little by little with his B, which starts racking up and he heals himself, it just becomes crazy. So I put my stacks on Idris. I do a lot of damage. I want to get out because they're all together. Kashi's not back. He's back. Well, Kashi was here all the time, but yeah. Poke again, get the lance, don't take any damage. Ant goes in with his gauntlet, I use my B. We take the... Actually, we don't take the lance. This is kind of a bad position for us. I kind of want to get aggressive due to the fact that we're doing a lot of damage. Kashi also wants to get aggressive. He takes both the Idris and the Kestrel, which is the beauty of Idris's ultimate. You just latch on like a leech to enemy heroes who are low and just destroy them. Kashi goes in for the lance. Doesn't get him. There's a little bit of miscommunication. Kashi really wanted to get that lance, but Ant really didn't feel like going in. But now Ant's a little bit overextended. He's bit off a little more than he could chew, and he's going to get rooted in place. And he's going to get taken by the Idris. So at this point, kind of a low in the jungle. So I'm going to take my fronts first before I take my backs, because if they want to get aggressive, they're probably going to do it in the jungle, not in lane. Because the lane is probably where I reign the most due to my B. So I do a little something stupid here. I go out on Kestrel, underestimating so much of her power, but her smoke ability really keeps her alive. Kashi makes the same mistake. He really wants to go in, but there's really not much he could do. And this is where we start seeing... We start making more mistakes. And we acknowledge this. We say, yeah, we kind of overextended. We, like I said, bit off more than we could chew. Not much we can do. So, I'm just going to continue on doing what I normally do. We know they're taking gold line. There's nothing I could do to stop it at the moment, besides just farm. Oh, we have the Evil Harvest now. We have the Piercing Shard and another Heavy Prism. I'm not really a defense heavy kind of person. I like building glass cannon heroes. By the way, this was really hilarious. He just comes and gets poked in the face and goes down. I'm not really a defense heavy kind of person. I don't like building too much defense because it obviously it takes away from that extra slot you can have for damage. If you can play smart enough, you don't have to take damage. Like, especially for Blackfeather. For CP Rocket. If they get aggressive here, I think it's the dumbest idea in the world. Ant throws at Vanguard. Goes down himself. I miss my B on that Kestrel. Not much I could do. I get the Kestrel, I want to use my A, I get on top of her, but I'm not stupid enough to walk in the smoke. Poke her with my B before she hits me with the ultimate. It just goes in. I think I'm gonna die, but my B saves me so much. Kashi does so much damage, and this is where we pretty much taken over. Kashi gets so much gold from that kill. We end the lance. I just decide to leave because we know he's gonna die to the minion miner already. You get the ace. We get our Broken Myth. we also start building a little more defense for the Idris, because he's going to be the main problem, to be honest. If you're going to build any defense item as a glass cannon, at least build one for the person you think is going to be the biggest threat to you. Since I can stay out of Kestrel's range with my B, I don't really have to worry about it. But if I can... Idris is a different story. Idris has to go in and get on top of you before he can do damage. So that's why I'm building defense for him, specifically. So we're thinking here, maybe we want to fight, we don't really want to get into something. So we go on the Idris, he takes so much damage, goes on top of us, but there's nothing you can do. He gets stunned by the gauntlet and gets taken down. We see the gold mine here. We see the Kestrel on top of that bush behind the rock. And so I want to poke in to see if she's there. Nothing's there. So we're just going to go into the jungle, see what we can do. Maybe we could push the turret, maybe we could get behind them, which seemingly we are. I don't want to get caught by the smoke. I already learned from my mistakes. We're going to go on the lance because it seems like he's AFK'd. We take too much damage. That is necessary. But I still feel like I can get aggressive, see? The more I hit my Bs, the more I'm healing, and the more barriers I get to take damage every time I get stuck there using my B. Every time I use my B, it also applies a heart stack and does more damage, more. As you see, my Kestrel's getting chunked really hard. I really want to go in, but that turret's telling me not to. Mini Mire spawns. We don't want to be here. This is kind of bad. Kashi goes down to the ultimate, but we also want to push the turret. Like I said, this game has become very lane heavy. I don't like that. So I decided to go in on the lance. He's an easy kill. Use my ult to get to him a little bit. Take it. We decided to take the farm. We haven't seen the Idris for a while, so we're kind of thinking here, maybe the Idris AFK'd? Maybe? Because so far we've only seen the Kestrel, and the only way Idris could get past us is if he like snuck past us. You know, across all the mines we're putting down. Kestrel tries to get aggressive on us. I don't want to walk through the smoke. Such a dumb idea. I poke. I block so much damage. My god. Imagine, guys, if I didn't have that barrier and the healing from the Eve of Harvest. You know how much damage I would have taken? God damn. So here, we're just thinking, well, since Idris hasn't shown up, we can kind of be a little bold on our decisions. Oh, there he is on the map. You see him on the map. So, Idris is up. Get my Shatter Glass. Can't get potions. I was thinking of getting a potion, by the way, if you saw that. It still gets me every time. Hope it doesn't happen to you guys in a really, really scary match. So I go in, running, guns a-blazing. Kashi gets damaged. He goes onto the Idris. I poke the Idris. He takes so much of his health. Use my Rose Offensive, take him out. Kestrel goes down to... Oh, Idris goes down to Kashi. I try to get to the lance, but my poke isn't too far, so I'm just going to take the gold. And then we're going to proceed to go for the Kraken, guys. See? Instant row stacked. Everything. It does so much damage. You see, we're melting this Kraken so hardcore. By the way, I like to make a hashtag. Bring back CP Blackfeather because the damage is crazy, and as you see, it does work really well if you can keep your distance. So we're gonna come here, take the regen, and gets rooted by this regen mate, and he's like, okay. Very sad. Ant wants to take some of the farm maybe. Well, he's putting vision down as well for that Kestrel. So, what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to try to poke at the enemy heroes because we don't want them like pushing us back. We want to like make them scared of us. This gauntlet really saves us a lot of trouble. Helps me poke from a distance. So I try to tell my friends, maybe you guys should stay back, let me poke, because I'm the one that can stay back besides Kashi, using his chakram and all. Ant is so close to death and he gets taken down by the Kestrel. Me and Kashi are like, you know what? We're not scared of no ghosts. Kashi's just gonna go in for the turret maybe. I want the kill because she's a little bit scared, as you see. She's trying to go inch back and forth. Kestrel does so much damage. I die. Kashi's still alive. He's trying to like go around. Try to distract him a little bit for the Kraken. But it is not enough. The Kraken almost takes the crystal. So, because of that, we have to wait a while before we can do anything. And so we just look at the items right now. Idris hasn't really shown back since the last fight in lane. So we're just assuming he's either DC'd or EAFK'd after being very upset about losing the game, possibly. So as you see, At goes in the jungle, takes some farm maybe, get his items up. It's either in the jungle. Not quite sure if the Idris is there. I just want to get some farm, possibly get an infusion. That will just supplement my damage a lot more. So we come here. We'd either decide to go in for the crystal because of course we could take it on, but we don't want to get we don't want to lose exactly. So we're just gonna stay here, wait for the Kraken to spawn, take it out because we think the Idris is not there, because in the jungle that is our domain as a Blackfeather, and as you see they surrendered. I'm not sure why. They were kind of doing very well by themselves. So we decided to come into the jungle, or not jungle, into their base to see what's up. Nothing's going on. Game's over. And it seems, yes, the Idris did AFK. I'm going to downvote him. Because he did stay for the longest time to play the game, and out of nowhere he just leaves. I really hate people that just leave the game because they think it's over and that they can't do anything about it. I like to see people try. I will upvote them to the highest degree if they try. Even if you're losing in a hopeless situation, make it fun for yourself at least at that point, right? Anyways, that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys will be looking out for my next new series, Montage Mondays, and I hope to bid you guys a farewell. All hail the Tamale King, and have a Happy New Year!